I think I've always known my purpose.
Okay.
And I know that's like, well, how did you know, or how did you? But I've always known that God has placed me and given me a platform to be different than what everybody else is doing. And people will spend their entire lives trying to be what other people are, or not being who they are. And I remember, and then this is a quick story. I remember when I was in LA, my boss said, "You sound too black." When I went to Kentucky, they said, "You sound too white."
Wow.
So if I would have changed myself every time somebody said I didn't sound like what I was supposed to sound like, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have no sound. I would have no identity. And there is a group of people, a core of people that appreciate a person like me and that I can speak directly to. God has put me in where I'm at. He has placed me where I'm at to speak to certain people. And I'll never forget, I lived in Kentucky, and I was like, I told my pastor, I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I was like, it's like this music, I don't even relate to it anymore. I don't live this lifestyle. And I said, it's just too dark. And he said, why would God place you where people are already saved? He needs light in a dark place. So you have to be that light in that dark place.
The fastest growing podcast up in the world right now, you know. Say word. OnlyFans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's happening. Say word. On and off the court, in the field with the sports, let them know what's up. Say word. The conversation is active, from movies to action, it's the main attraction. Say word.
Yo, another episode of the world's fastest, largest growing podcast. Mm-hmm. I'm back in Houston, Texas today. I'll be here for a couple of weeks. For anybody that want to get on the show, send that money.
Okay.
But I have a very, very special guest.
Okay.
This is so dope to me because this is the voice of Houston. I just told her earlier off record, you got your baby mother on one side, you got your mistress on the other side, and the first voice you hear every morning in Houston is Miss Keisha Nicole. Everybody clap your hands, please.
Woo!
Blip, blip.
Woo! Right?
First of all, appreciate you checking in with us.
Thank you.
Short notice. You a real one. You kept your word.
I don't do podcasts.
I know.
People ask me all the time, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do a podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
And shout out to LePat because he made the
connection.
The connection. And when he said it, I was like, Keisha Nicole, okay. But he was right.
Thank you.
You're like dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't make me laugh.
You can't have dinner?
I'm so goofy. Yeah.
When do you want to have dinner?
We can have dinner today.
Today?
Call the chef.
Call the chef?
Call the chef.
I'm serious.
No, call the chef.
This
We can have
weekend.
dinner right here.
This weekend.
We can have it right here.
Nah,
Call the chef.
Anyway, carry on. But yo, I'm going to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Born and raised in California.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Crazy thing is, my mom is actually from here.
Oh, wow.
My granny is from New Orleans, Magnolia Projects.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so
In the hood.
yeah. So they migrated to Houston, and she had my mom and then my uncle because she already had 3 kids, and then my mom was born here. They lived here for a little while, and then they moved to California, and then that's
Okay.
where my generation is from, California.
So you're a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
How is that?
It's you know what? Because when I was younger, I used to always come here.
Okay.
And so when I got older and I was doing radio, I was like, Houston's one of the markets that I want to be in. And oddly, I got into Houston without even like applying for the job for real. So
Word?
Yeah, it was like destiny. Like God, he's so divine with what he does. So
I want to ask you this.
What?
The high school you went to, used to get on the intercom?
Yeah.
See, I did my research.
Yeah, so I hosted the pep rallies.
Okay.
I got most school spirit, like, and everything just.
So you've been doing this though.
Yeah, without me really knowing that I was doing it. You know what I mean? And then even when I played basketball, I did all the chants inside the huddle. You know what I mean? I did track and field. I was in sports. I did everything. Like I was a really active kid. And I remember. Nobody even knows this. Me and my cousins had this singing group, right?
Uh-oh.
And so we would go in the studio in Hollywood and record. And I would be
Y'all was in a real studio?
Yeah, we were in studios.
So y'all was trying to take it there?
We were trying to take it there. And
Okay.
I was like the little rapper of the group. And don't laugh. But this guy had told me, he was like, you have such a dope voice, you should do radio. And when he told me that, I probably was like 16. I was like, fine. I was like 15, 16. I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I went to a community college and I got into the radio program, and that's how I got into radio.
So I read that you went to Long LBC College.
Long Beach City.
Let's talk about that.
You know the crazy thing? They had a radio station on campus.
Okay.
So at this time, I'll never forget. I remember Kendrick Lamar was in high school.
Wow.
And him and J-Rock from TDE came on my show.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar freestyled for like 10 minutes straight. I wish that I had that CD still.
Wow. That would have been viral like right now.
It would be so crazy.
Yeah.
And it might be in my mom's garage, to be honest with you, because we kept everything on CD.
Okay.
And he came on my show and freestyled for like 10 minutes. And then I would have like Mila J, Janae's sister, like she came on the show. So I had like a little pop-in radio show on campus. And we took a field trip to K-Day in LA, and I had my resume in my back pocket, and I gave them my resume when I was up there. And the crazy thing was, Nas was there that day.
Shout out, hold up. When she talk about Nas, we talk about Queensbridge. Let's just be clear. New York is in the building, but carry on.
Nas was there. He was getting interviewed, and he said, hey, invite these students to my album release party. I think it was for the Hip Hop Is Dead album. I can't remember.
Okay.
He was like, invite these students to my album release party, and he did. And so we went that night, and I talked to the promotion director. She was there. She's like, you want to come in for an interview? I was like, yeah. And I had my resume in my back pocket, so that's how I got my first internship.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. The world, y'all have to hear this. She had her resume in her back pocket.
I did.
That just shows the type of person you are.
Yeah.
I've been around you for like 30 minutes, and she's a perfectionist. Perfectionist.
I know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, and I think so much of it comes from me just not wanting. We didn't come from a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, my granny had a house in Carson, California, and no lie, it was my granny. She had her room. My Uncle Edgar, he had his room. My Uncle Alan, he had his room. Then there was a den, right?
Okay.
And so the den slept my sister, my mom, and I, my auntie, her 4 kids, and her husband, and my Uncle Alan's son would come for the summer.
Wait. That sounds like 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4. What's that, like 8 people?
More than that. And we all lived in one house at one point.
Whoa.
Yeah, so.
Sounds like fun, though.
It was a lot of fun, but
Yeah.
I never wanted to be broke. I never wanted to not have money. I never wanted to be without. I never saw anybody live out their dreams. And
Okay.
so I wanted to be that person in my family. So I think that's where it comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to ask you this. We in this media game. Who's some of the people that inspired you to get into the media field?
Early on, I used to love Angie Martinez in New York.
Oh,
So
I don't want to cut you off. You know what someone said to me about you when I called somebody? It was like, she's like the Angie Martinez of
oh my
the South.
gosh, that's like a big compliment.
It's a major compliment. What do you like?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Let's just be clear. I called him. I was like, yo. He was like, Jojo, she's the Angie Martinez of the South.
I've never met Angie Martinez. That's the crazy part.
Bro, I'm set it up for you.
I absolutely adore Angie.
Yeah, she's the
and
best.
I remember I interviewed Little Kim for my first interview on the radio in LA because somebody didn't make it in that day. And I was working a receptionist, and my boss said, Keisha, you could do the interview. And
Wow.
so
Was you ready?
I stay ready. If you stay ready, you got to get ready.
Say word.
And so Lil Kim came in, and so it was BT Award weekend. And so we did the interview. She was like, oh my gosh. She's like, you keep doing this. You're going to be great. You're going to be like a young Angie Martinez. I'll never forget she told me that. Lil Kim. I never got to say thank you.
Shout out to Kim.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo.
Oh my gosh.
And for y'all don't know who Yo-Yo is, for y'all youngins, don't play with my Yo-Yo.
Don't play with my.
Legendary.
It's a Bonnie and Clyde thing.
Bonnie and Clyde thing. Keisha, what's her name off of Martin?
Kilolo.
Kilolo.
Yeah.
Legend. How did that relationship start?
So when I was working at K-Day, I was an intern, and it was another guy named Julio G. That's a legend in LA in the radio. And I would go in their studios. I'm like, you guys need anything? And they'd be like, yeah, go get me food. Here's $100. And then keep the change. I'll get the food. I'll come back there, keep the change. I didn't have no money, so that was like my gas money every day. You know what I mean? And so Yo-Yo started just like taking me to do different stuff with her. And she's like, hey, can you watch my daughter, Sinai, who's like out of college now? Like, it's crazy, yeah. And then I remember she was on the set of, her and MC Search had a show on VH1. And she was like, Keisha, I need you to go run this errand for me and do this. And I would go on set with her. And she just took me under her wing, and she would tell everybody in the industry I was her little sister. And so she's looked out for me my entire career, my entire life. So
I got to ask you this. You being around this entertainment world, the industry, I mean, I'm still a fan of people. I'm not going to lie. I interview people all the time. They say we're a podcast, the world's fastest growing podcast. But even sometimes I'd be like, wow.
yeah.
Have you ever been like that?
It's crazy. You probably be like, huh? No, okay, so I do this every time I meet Kanye West. I'm like, huh? Because when College Dropout came out, I dropped out of college. So that album was near and dear to me.
Okay.
So when I met him at the radio station for the first time, I sat next to him, and it wasn't even my interview. I was still like working the front desk. And I was like, yeah, you should do the video for, I forgot what video it was. I was like, you should do X, Y, and Z. And he was like, I'm actually doing that. It's going to be like a fashion show. And I connected with him on there. And then I remember sitting with him talking one time backstage at the St. Pablo tour. I mean, and he's a genius. But the thing that people don't know about Ye, like, all he talked about was God. Like, he was like, man, God is this and this. He's like, you see the lights that I did? He
gets a bad rep, man. And
yeah. So Ye is always like one of the people I'm like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. Yeah. And I don't know, I've been doing it for so long, so everybody's just like, oh, okay, whatever. But like Janet Jackson, I'm obsessed with Janet Jackson. Whenever I see Janet, yeah. Mariah Carey, like the girly girls, yeah.
So I don't wake up till about 6 o'clock every morning. Probably about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I gotta hear how you get up. What time do you get up in the morning? How do you?
It'd be like 3.
What's the average day for Keisha Nicole?
I try to get in bed by 7 p.m.
7 p.m.?
I try.
Are you serious?
But my body, I don't sleep. So my body doesn't shut down till about 10 p.m.
Okay.
So sometimes I don't get to sleep till like 10:30, 11, depending on what I feel like. And 3:30, no matter what, I'm hitting the alarm, I'm getting up. And I don't even hit it. Like, I get up. I don't play about like.
So it's just instant, 3:30 a.m.?
I'm up, go brush my teeth, take a shower, throw my pajamas on, sweatpants, whatever, and I'm out the door, I go. It's like.
Is it just normal?
It's just normal. It's weird. Because my friends will spend the night, they're like, you just like really just get up and just like go. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything else. It's really weird. I don't know anything else. Yeah.
Balancing things. How do you balance everything?
So I recently had to like pull back from a lot of things because my energy was getting drained. I was doing both the mornings and middays for 3 years. Ooh. And so I wasn't having any time to myself. So for me, like to Wusa, I have to go to like the desert, like to Arizona, or I have to go to like Florida to the beach and just chill. And I have to do that like every few months because I was like going through depression. Like, you know, when you're working so much and then like you see your friends hanging out and they're having fun and you don't have a social life because how are you supposed to have a social life? By the time everybody get off work at 5 o'clock, you're getting in bed.
That's a fact.
And then you can't stay out late and you have to get up so early. So it was like I was working myself to death and I was like, I don't work myself to death no more. I say no to a lot of stuff now.
So we here and we talk about social life. Mm-hmm. I got a million like text messages.
Yeah.
People want to know about your social life.
My social life is my work life. What do you mean?
Like, do you date?
It's hard.
Why so hard?
Because a lot of men are insecure. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm around a lot of men, right? And a lot of men can't handle me being and they say they can, but when they come around and they see how men are with me because I'm so cool, like I'm so cool. Sometimes I've had coworkers where their wives would be like, "Oh, I can't hang out with you because I talk about you all the time because you're so cool. I talk about how cool you are." So then in turn it makes them insecure. And I'm really genuinely like being myself. I'm not
just chilling.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be in anybody's face.
I could gather that from you though. You're not like that,
I'm not like that. And so oftentimes you find men who are insecure about that, or they're insecure because they don't feel like they're enough for you. And so for me, and I know a lot of successful women, like my friends, will try to like
dimmy it down
a little bit, right?
Y'all do that.
And we do because I be wanting men to feel comfortable, right?
I get that.
So when
I'm not dimmying nothing down.
But when you do that, now. And I've recently dealt with this, and I've dealt with this so many times. Now you're like trying to pull onto this person, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're trying to get them to where you're at, and they're trying to pull you where it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I have the hardest time. I don't date. I have the hardest time dating. But I've had my heart broke a lot of times. Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
You seem so happy.
Oh my gosh.
I never got my heart broken.
I was crying Monday in my bed. I was like in my bed crying Monday. Yes.
Oh my God, let me just.
Yes. You can hold my hand.
Yes.
No, I'm such a sensitive soul.
No, I'm
such a lover too, and I see that. I try to see the.
I'm
best
here for
in
you
everybody.
though. I'm here.
Thank you.
I'm here for you.
I try to see the best in everybody.
What would be a good date for you? Someone want to take you on a date. What would that consist of?
You know, it's crazy. Everybody thinks like, oh, you gotta pull out the strings for Keisha. I mean, I did have a guy see me in a private jet one time for a date, so that was cool.
Word?
Yeah, but I just like the regular stuff. Like if we go on a date and I'm actually into you, I don't care what we do.
So
as long as I'm with you.
Can it be church?
Yes, as long as I'm with you, church especially. Okay. Yeah, if I'm with the person that I really like, I don't care what we doing. We ain't gotta do nothing.
Women, ladies, do y'all hear that? Because I hear so many different conversations what the first date should be. Yeah. It should be this, it should be that. I want to ask you, do you feel like things are getting out of control in the dating world? Like women expect too much, men expect too much. And I don't want to say all, but you see what's going on out here nowadays.
You know, because I live in a world where I come from, like, my group of friends are all successful Black women. Like, we have our own things, so we're not looking to go on a date with a guy for money. To me, it's a waste of time.
Oh, they come for you.
The thing is, I don't care about that because I could buy my own food. That's a waste of time. Like, I'm not just going on a date because I want a meal. I got stuff to do. Like, I can't just be sitting there if I really don't like you. You know what I mean? But I think we live in a world where a lot of men want to feel validated through their money, and a lot of women want men for their money, right? And then a lot of men want girls to look a particular way, so they're searching for that, and then they get burned because then they find out that girl is not the girl that they really want. It's just like a cycle that we're all going through.
Yeah, but it's definitely happening though, and it seems like it's not getting no better. Do you feel like social media has definitely closed the doors for like real dating? Or I'm gonna just say, because I don't date a lot. Like it takes too much, like just to be going out with different people. Because, men, we think different.
Yeah.
Like, our definition of a date is come over sometime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Then sometimes you might want to go out a person, but me, I don't like to waste time. It's like time being wasted. But do you think social media has definitely closed the doors for like genuine love?
It's just giving people access to people they never had access to. And then everybody could put on a facade on social media and put what we think, everybody putting their highlights up and what we think their life is like. And 9 out of 10 times, people's lives are not like that. And a lot of times, everybody feel like it's hurting inside and nobody wants to show it. And so you see this happy person, then you meet them, and they're really not that happy. Then you're having to deal with the things that them not having gone to therapy and the inner child and all this stuff. It's just like everybody is not who they really portray to be.
Why do you think people are like that though? Because I'm the type of person, like, if I'm sad about something, I will verbalize it.
Yeah.
Like, I have an issue with that. But people, for some reason, nobody wants to admit like they're going through stuff. They put this thing up like they got this going on, they got that going on. And once you get to know a person, you kind of see what's really going on in their life.
See what's really going on in their life. I don't know. I think social media really just is having everybody compare their lives to each other. And you want to be like the next person. So, they having a great day. They out of town. They done got on this plane and went on vacation. Because I'm trying to figure out how everybody on vacation all the time. I'm like, where y'all get this money from? Like, I'm like, where y'all get this money to be on vacation all the time?
I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I'm going to go back, though. I'm going to talk about your family and everything still. How hard was it for you to move from L.A., leave your family, and go to Kentucky?
I cried. But I had to leave the station I was at because at that time it was a lot of us young people in there. And it got to the point where it was so draining that I was going to church Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So church 3 days a week.
That's how messed up my spirit was.
Wow.
Working in that building. And at some point I knew I wanted more, and they had like fired a lot of people when I was a receptionist. And when you're good at something, sometimes people can't see past what you already do. And I remember there was a consultant that came in, and he was like, you sound really good. I was reception time. He's like, you want to be on the air? I was like, yeah. So he put me on the air on the weekends. So I did that for some years. But one day I just said, I don't want to do this no more. And I put my 2 weeks notice and I quit. And a lot of people know if you don't stay where you're at in radio, you may not get another radio job. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. It's hard. It's like any other career. It's hard to get a job, you know? And I quit, and I was like, I'm going to go back to school. So I enrolled in Compton College.
Okay.
And then I went to class, and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. And then the same consultant that put me on the air at that station, he was like, I got a station in Kentucky. You want to go do it? And I was like, I'm not moving to Kentucky.
Wow.
And he was like, it's
I've been there too.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
But I love it when I moved there. They was like, it's afternoon drive. And I was like, in my head, I said this. I said, well, Angie Martinez is the only female I know really doing afternoon drive. So I'm going to fly out there and see what it's like. And I'll never forget, I threw up on the plane on the way there.
Wow.
I was sick. I threw up on this little girl. She was like 5 years old. She kept talking to me. And I'm like,
threw up on the girl?
I'm like, I was like, I have motion sickness.
God. She's definitely traumatized.
I know.
She's probably like, damn, still to this day.
And I went. But
man.
I got in the hotel. I was like, man, I'm not moving here. Did the interview, and I went home. I flew home.
Okay.
Then I said, well, if I don't do that, then what am I going to do?
Okay.
I'm never going to probably get in radio again. So I had $100 my Uncle Edgar gave me. I had headphones that my auntie gave me.
Shout out to Uncle Edgar.
Uncle Edgar, he gave me $100. My cousin Cynthia, who was in the service, she said, I know a lady named Wendy that lives in Kentucky. She was like, I'm going to call her. She's like, I used to be in the service with her, and ask her, could you live with her?
Wow.
So she called Wendy, this white lady.
You've been blessed.
Yes. So Wendy was like, sure. I flew, did not know this woman.
Wow.
Wendy let me use her car until my car got shipped.
Shout out to Wendy.
She made her son move out of his room so I could sleep in that room.
Oh, he was mad.
And I stayed there until I had enough money to get an apartment. And it took a while to get an apartment because I didn't have no credit. I was young, I didn't have no credit, I didn't have nothing. And so then I finally got my first apartment, and then I got my car shipped, but then my car got repoed.
Oh my!
Because I didn't have enough money to
You was going through
pay
it.
for an apartment. Lights got cut off, everything. I've been through everything. By myself, though. I didn't have nobody with me.
You such a bundle of joy, though.
I just had to be resilient. I don't even know where that come from. I think I come from so many women in my family who they work so hard, and they didn't have help. So that's all I've seen. I didn't see them get married. I didn't see them, you know what I mean, be in a relationship. I just seen them work hard for their family. That's all I know. So that's the only thing I've ever done is to work hard, you know?
It's Indiana.
Then I was in Kentucky for almost 5 years.
Oh, so you was there for a minute.
Almost 5 years.
Wow, okay.
Oh my, it was so crazy. And then I got a call from Indianapolis. They were like, hey, we got a position for afternoon drive in Indy, which is another market. It wasn't top, but it was more than Kentucky. So I flew and moved to Indy, got #1 show there too. And I gave myself 2 years. I wrote down, you got 2 years here, you got to go back to a big market. And after 2 years, Houston called. The girl quit in the midday, and they were like, you want to come down and interview? And everybody in my company called on my behalf. It was like, you got to hire this girl. I went for the interview. Flew back.
Validation. You have a great reputation.
Yeah, I do.
Everybody says, let me say this before, not to cut you off. Everybody says wonderful things about you.
Thank you.
Straight up.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? But
I
carry on.
try, because I'm not like the nicest person all the
No?
time. Ask J-Mac and everybody that work with me in the morning, I'm not the nicest person all the time. When you working with people all the time and every single day.
Yeah.
And
they get to see the real side of you coming in there pissed off.
I don't want to be there. I'm tired. Yeah. So I have those days, but and then I flew here, and I did middays for 3 years, and after 3 years, their morning show, the morning show that was there for 20-something years, man, had a morning show, was no longer there, and they put me and another guy on that morning show. And then I was doing morning and middays for 3 more years, and then I've been just only doing mornings for a year. So.
What city you like the best? I'll put you on the spot. I know you can't.
Oh my God.
I'm saying we here.
That's crazy. You're gonna ask me that.
I'm just saying. I mean, Houston's popping. I've been to Houston, Kentucky, and I've been to Indiana.
I love Houston.
It's dope in Houston.
I love Houston.
I'm talking about working wise though.
Working wise, I love Houston.
Okay.
But I loved Indianapolis.
For real?
And I did
Over
Kentucky. I'm not saying over Houston.
Okay.
I loved it for different reasons.
Okay.
I just feel like I met some of the most amazing people on my journey in like Indianapolis and Kentucky. Yeah. Indy for me was like, it was like smooth sailing, because here I have to work so much. I work every day. I do everything. There, I got to work, go home, chill, play around. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay. Well, we got Chef Nidra here. The food looks wonderful. It smell wonderful. You know, my nose, I smell everything. You know what I'm saying?
We eating?
Yeah, we good. We could do what it do real fast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chef Nidra. Word up.
I'm excited to eat. I love to eat.
What's some of your favorite dishes?
Lobster tails. I'm a pescatarian since 2019. I had fibroids, and a lot of women deal with fibroids, and people don't talk about it enough. And I had to have a myomectomy, and I felt like meat was getting me sick at the time. So I just stopped eating meat. Like, I cut it off one day and only ate fish, and I never went back in 2019.
Okay.
I don't eat like a whole lot. I try not to eat like a whole lot of dairy, because it's just all that stuff bad for you. Like, I do a lot of herbs and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, the food looks wonderful. I ain't gonna front.
I thought you was gonna ask me some crazy questions. He all being easy and stuff, right? And nice.
You want some real
I
questions?
was like, okay, people want to get to know me. You gonna ask the easy questions.
I don't want to ask. I mean, what you want me to ask you the real
I'm
stuff?
just playing. No,
you want me to ask you the real
I
stuff?
don't care.
You sure?
Yeah,
You want to get married?
absolutely.
To who?
That's a good question. It's
It's a wonderful question.
It's a great question. Man, you know what's crazy?
What's up? You look good, by the way.
Thank you.
Carry on.
Thank you.
I'm shy as hell.
You're so funny.
I'm dead ass serious though.
I have the men that I did date. I had dated some great men, and I feel like they were all at the wrong time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I have so much grace when it comes to men. I feel like, you know, men don't really know who they are in their 20s and sometimes like early 30s. And I try to take that into account when I'm dating them. Like, you know what? It's a mistake. Like, he's not going to be perfect. And so I find myself giving people more chances than I probably should, or more grace than I probably should, which then it puts me in a bad situation, right? Because now I attach myself to you, and then you keep making these mistakes, and I'm blaming it on you being young. And I'm forgiving, and I'm so forgiving. So I think I want to meet somebody who's going to give me as much grace as I give them, because I give a lot of grace. I have given a lot of grace.
So you want the guy to be able to give you like that type of grace?
Yeah, that type of grace too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, men, we don't really give a lot of grace.
No, it's like you make one mistake and
I'm out.
it's like,
I'm out.
What?
I'm messing with your sister.
What?
That's how men act.
I
Men
know.
are so immature sometimes. Like when a woman does one thing, it's like they're completely gone. And like I think everybody deserves a second chance.
And I think
depending on the situation.
Depending on the situation.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, and for me too, even in my 30s, I'm learning a lot about myself, because I didn't grow up with a father, and I didn't realize how important that is when you start to date and you start becoming a real adult. You know what I mean? And I start realizing, oh, I have abandonment issues, I have attachment issues.
Facts.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm an anxious attachment, because I think somebody's gonna leave, because every guy that's been in my life has left. So, and it's including my father. You get what I'm saying? So then I either like don't attach because I feel like you're gonna abandon me, or I attach too much because I'm anxious that you're gonna leave me. And I'm always like trying to look for that reassurance and that validation. And that's something that I'm working on as a woman. Like, it's you have to really like sit with yourself and identify that. And I really am in my 30s like, dang, I was wrong for that. I try to make it seem like it was his fault, but my emotions have nothing to do with him or what he does, you know?
Do you regret, like, do you like have any regrets, like in certain relationships?
I've had,
like in the sense of like, damn, I probably shouldn't have moved like that. Or maybe I should have gave him 2 more years, or maybe I should have did this. Is there situations like that?
Okay, so all the guys I've ever dated, seriously, want to be back with me. Always be like, oh, I'll marry you.
still
The
be
person
cold?
I'm cool.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
cool. I don't have a relationship, so it's not.
Okay.
They maybe have a girlfriend, but I don't have one, so it's okay for me to keep that door open of communication because I never was a person that like slammed the door in anybody's face.
Okay.
Like I've always been the person like, oh, you need to talk about something? Call me. We can have a conversation. But I have made a mistake with one person with giving it too many chances, and then I lash out because, not me like fighting or hitting, I don't do any of that stuff, but like my mouth, I lash out because
You got a smart mouth?
I can have a smart mouth.
For real?
Yeah. I lashed out. I did this the other day, and I literally the next morning was texting so much like, please, like, you did not deserve that. Like, I shouldn't have handled you in that manner. Like, please forgive me for that moment that I had. You know what I mean? Like, I regret that. And it ate me up so much inside that I'm like sitting there.
Words hurt though.
Huh?
Words
hurt. And
Like,
I
ain't
scrolled
gonna
back up
lie.
because I was drinking.
Yeah,
I had to
man.
scroll back up and I looked at what I said and I said, I cannot believe this came from me. Like, I'm not this type of person. Yeah, so.
What's the craziest thing you've ever been through in a relationship?
Craziest thing, going to a guy's house, girl open the door, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on the couch, she's sitting on the love seat. I don't know who she is, she don't know who I am. A guy that's like my boyfriend I'm dating.
So this is your real
This is
boy?
the guy that I'm dating, like dating.
Because dating is like...
No, I
is
had a
the re-
key to his house.
Oh, so he's your man.
Yeah, I guess.
Because when you say dating is like...
But I guess, because
Okay.
I don't think we ever said, oh, you're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend.
But it was like that?
Yeah, but
Okay.
he had a certain profession where I knew what he was doing. Like, you know what I mean? But to see it like in your face,
It's
it
tough.
was, and it didn't happen just once. It happened more than once. You know what I mean?
So you took him back?
I did, yeah. Because I said it was his homegirl, but come and find out later. I think somebody told me, it was like, that was not his homegirl. Yeah.
So are you at a place now where like you're just not taking no BS?
I'm not taking
You're
no
not
BS.
having none of that?
Oh,
All you
I'm
men
not.
out there, listen, a lot of men inbox me because I told them you was coming on the show and they had all type of questions. You're not taking no
I'm
from
not.
nobody.
Because I did so much.
So one strike and you're out?
Yeah, at this point in my life. Because I've given so much grace in my life. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
that's the interesting thing with ladies is like they've been through so much, and then once they get to a certain age, they don't want to deal with nothing.
Yeah, I think I'm at a point where I want somebody choosing a woman is so important to us. And I feel like like I told you, like in my situations for the men in my past, my father didn't choose me. My first boyfriend cheated on me. He didn't choose me. Went back to his old girlfriend. The guy after him didn't choose me. The guy after him didn't choose me. But we stayed friends for years and still dealing with each other. And he would chose another girl, and another girl, and another girl. So like I'm at a point where like if you're not choosing me, I don't even want to be your friend. I don't even, we're not, because I know I'm so valuable to a man, and I know I'm such an asset to a man. So you can't have everything that come with me, but not really be with me. And that's where I am now because I've been through so much, and I've learned, and I'm learning about myself, and I'm doing the work on myself, you know?
Man, that's amazing, man. I wonder, it's so many relationship questions I have because like I said, the world want to know,
Yeah.
like the voice of Houston. Y'all gotta understand where we at. We in Houston, Texas. We got the voice of Houston in the building. This is a very, very big deal. I was telling people, like I was telling you earlier, this is the voice of Houston, and this is Say Word Podcast. I got to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
I got to give you your flowers. You mean a lot to the city.
Thank you.
Like I said, and everyone has wonderful things to say about you.
I appreciate that.
Everyone. How was it working with J Mac though?
Crazy.
Let
One day
me
I
talk
love
about
him.
J Mac.
One day I love him. One day I can't stand him.
No, but
You know, me and J Mac.
do y'all get into it?
We have, and I think but he's my brother, so
Okay.
it never can go too far.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like J Mac was the first person. I didn't really have any money coming here either. J Mac gave me like $600 when I first moved here.
Wow.
He borrowed like $600 when I first moved here, and he always jokes now like she makes way more money than me. But when I first got here, yeah, J Mac looked out. We were really tight. He was the first person I was tight with when I moved here.
Where do y'all get these lists from? Like sexiest man alive, sexy.
So we did one for Houston one time, and people were mad at us.
I've heard it. Like, but who comes up with these lists?
Well,
the world want to know who comes up with this list.
We'll compile it and we'll talk about it, but we'll talk about it on air, and we allow the city to vote on these people.
Okay.
And that's where we compile the list between us and the city.
So who's your celebrity crush?
That is a good question.
It's a great question.
I don't even know.
Everyone has a celebrity crush. You know who my celebrity crush
Who?
is? Don't laugh at me.
No, I'm not gonna laugh.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. That is interesting.
I think she's like,
That is interesting.
I'm for real. Like,
why? Like what?
I think Sandra
aesthetically,
Bullock.
what do
I
you
just
think about her?
she's like the dopest, and I don't even go like to that side. But Sandra Bullock is like, I always thought she was so dope. I don't know
That's
why.
dope. I like that for you.
Yeah, I don't know why. I always
Is
thought,
she single?
I don't know, but Sandra, you know my Instagram, but
You know my
My
Instagram.
mother probably wouldn't have that though.
Why?
My mother's weird. I don't know.
Why? Because you would date out of your race?
I don't know. It'd be all type of reason. She a little old.
Yeah.
How old is Sandra now? Like 50 something? She got me in her 60s. She
yeah.
still look good.
Yeah,
though.
she looks great.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I never even think about that. Like, oh, I got a crush on this person. Because I feel like anybody that I really, really like, if I really tried, I could really probably talk to him.
You could get
But
him.
I don't. But I don't talk to, like, I don't. I'm just like a weird person. I'm like, I don't have the energy.
How you deal with that? I know dudes be coming at you like, your inbox be crazy?
Yeah, but yeah, no. Like people will say one thing one time, or they'll hit me with like a bunch of likes for me to like pay attention to them, and I'll look and I'm like, And if I think that you got too much going on, probably I'm just not gonna even.
But would you say when I think you got too much going on, is that from looking at his Instagram?
Yeah, probably.
And you like, nah, I'm not messing with.
Like I always look at who you give access to you.
Okay.
When you let too many
But how
people,
do you know that though?
But no, because I can tell in comments. And when you let too many people have
taking
access
notes.
to you, why do I need access to you? Like I don't want somebody that everybody can get to or get in their life. You know what I mean? Like I like exclusivity because I come with exclusivity. Like not everybody can talk to me. Has nothing to do with what I do or what I look like or anything like that. It's just like I don't allow that in my life. I don't play about who can really come in my life like that.
Being in this industry is so many men.
But I was gonna say celebrity crush probably. I really like Trevante Rhodes.
Who?
The actor Trevante Rhodes.
The actor? Okay.
He just recently did that movie with Kelly Rowland, Mia Cooper.
Okay. Being in this situation, I got to give you credit. You're a powerful young African American woman. How difficult is it being in this man-dominant industry?
I used to say it wasn't difficult, but it became difficult when I became a threat. Like people
feel
don't
like
care.
you a threat?
People don't care when you're like got some.
When you're nothing.
But when you
When you
start
start
elevating, and you ain't even got to pop your shit. Like you are just who you are.
Niggas
in
know
your
though.
light.
Black people know.
But and in this business, people get threatened. Yeah.
They be
so-
insecure. They be jealous. They do.
And that too, like whatever it is, I don't know sometimes what people be feeling or what they do. I never move like that. I don't move in a space of jealousy because God has been so, like I know I talk about God, but he's been so good. I've never had to apply for a radio job.
Hallelujah.
He's like ordered my steps. I wanted to work in the sports and he's put me in the sports field. Like I never had to. I work hard and I keep my rapport great, but he shows up for me all the time. I'm never confused about anything. I've had big job offers in the last year. I turned them down.
Word?
Because God told me no. He said, I have you planted where you are. I need your spirit where you are. There's not many people like you, so I need you to stay on assignment. He said what he told me. And because I've stayed on assignment, he said rewarded me. And he showed me that, I wasn't supposed to be over there.
Let me ask you this though. What do you think about like other young women trying to come up in the industry and they feel like they got to do certain things to get ahead?
It's going to take you longer, but you don't have to. I never did something I did not want to do.
For real?
Never in my career. Nope.
Has anyone ever made that gesture at you?
Not really.
So you?
I think people know who they can play with.
Yeah.
I really do. I think people know when you come in there meek and you shy and you like, I don't know.
Let me get that.
Yeah, like they know, people know who they can play with. And I just always been like a strong person. So.
Now I can see men have a certain amount of respect for you though.
Yeah.
You're kind of stern. You're not.
Yeah.
Not.
But I have been like labeled like, oh, she's so aggressive or she's so mean. It's because people want to play with you. And then I have to be like that. Now I have to let you know that I'm not playing. I'm not playing about my money. I'm not playing about my respect. And so then they deem you because you're a woman. But they ain't gonna say that about you or a man. But for me, oh, she's aggressive or she's mean. But it's crazy because in different arenas, I'm different things. So I am how you treat me. You know what I mean? I can go into another space and they treat me like a queen. They ain't got no issues with me. You treat me like I'm the bottom of the barrel or like I got to do certain things to be here or I'm not supposed to be here, then you're going to get the aggressive Keisha. Yeah.
I love that. The food is here. Oh, man. Chef Nidra on the check-in. We in Houston, Texas. We got the voice of Houston here.
Excited about eating.
Keisha Nicole.
Hi.
No ideas. That looks wonderful.
My finger. I'm playing.
I'm taking mine to the crib.
I'm about to eat this right now.
Oh, that joint hot, girl. You know what you're doing? I'm definitely nervous. I want the world to see this right now. Let it, yo, Nigel, let them know where to follow you, all that.
All right, man. It's your girl, Chef Nedra, checking in. Y'all favorite celebrity chef, Nedra from Hell's Kitchen, season 11, fan favorite. And I'm here in Houston doing my thing. Man, people fly me all over the world.
It's good. This is bomb. This bomb.
It's bomb?
Oh my God.
How's the lobster? The lobster
Bomb.
are Australian warm water lobster tails. They just got in season. I cooked for what's in season. So y'all had the voodoo tea. How was the tea?
The tea was fire.
Nah, the tea is dope. I ain't
I
gonna
drink
front.
tea.
And you said that's bread. You said that's bread pudding?
I don't drink cold tea, but it's
It's
good.
been infused in rum, rosemary. It's all cooked out. It's all cooked out.
So, because you're obviously you're dope at what you do. Let's just be clear. You're dope at what you do. You know what I'm trying to say? Where did this come from? Where did this style come from?
Okay, well, I know 14 different cuisines. I traveled all over the world. I just got back from studying Belizean style cuisine.
I don't know what Belizeum even means.
That's the islands. That's
Oh,
went
that's
to
over there.
Belize and went
Okay.
to Belize
I gotta
to
get my passport right. I'm here. We here though. We here though.
No,
We
no, you following me.
nah. We listening.
So, I study French cuisine. That's my background. I went to
Oh my
the
God.
Cordon Bleu and I studied French cuisine. Similar to Keisha Nicole, I traveled all over the world.
Okay.
And worked for the Pope. Had a chance to cook for
You said the
him.
Pope?
Yeah.
The Pope?
Francis. Yeah.
Tell him I said what up.
What up, though? You know, I'm from Detroit. What up, though?
Detroit?
I'm from
You from the
Detroit.
313?
Yes.
What part you from?
I'm from the west side between Finkel and Dexter.
Okay.
Yeah. All of that 7 Mile.
If I want the world to know where to follow you again, all that.
Okay, you can follow me at chefnedraharris.com. I also have my first annual pop-up restaurant here.
What?
I help all of the restaurants open. I've helped Turkey Leg Hut open.
that talk.
Right. I'm the chef that do the brunch the right way. So I decided so many people call
So
me.
you behind the scenes.
I'm behind the scenes.
But you here right now.
I'm here right now, baby. I'm on their neck, all gas, no brakes. Listen.
Come on, chef.
So I got my first.
I'm almost done.
Right.
I see.
Busting.
the way.
Busting. Listen.
I'm almost done. This is so good.
So I got my first pop-up restaurant, you know. I invested and saved my money those 10 years I've been
respect
working privately. And this year, on Mother's Day, May 12th, I'll be doing my first annual pop-up restaurant comedy jam live performance
Where's that at?
here at the Sandman Studios.
It's gonna be here?
Here at the Sandman
So
Studios.
this location right here.
In Houston at the Sandman Studios.
Studio. Okay. You gotta pull up to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a comedy show. I got Lil Durrell coming through.
Oh, I love
have Jay Can. I have Boss Lady. I got Real BBW Crochet. I got Project 88 performing. Pootie Spice is a lifestyle.
Okay.
Hook it up, cook
Hey.
it up, cook it up,
Okay.
cook it up. Hey, that's my song,
Oh,
man.
word?
Right,
Okay.
so I got this seasoning. Y'all see that seasoning over there? I was supposed to have it with me when I came. I have a seasoning that I prepare everything with. It's low in sodium, no MSG, no preservatives, no
What?
extra additives.
I need that.
Yeah, I got you one. This year's
Thank
right there.
you.
How many you got?
I got one for you too.
So I can put this like on when I'm making
Oh,
chicken?
Listen, not Pootie Spice, not this the shit.
Booty spice.
You put on everything.
No, you put it on this because I can tell.
Bunny.
You put it
Didn't
on
y'all throw this
everything.
food up?
I see.
Yes. Listen, it's
It's
low
so
in
good.
sodium, no MSG, no preservatives, no extra additives. My mom was diagnosed with colon cancer, so I needed something to cut the salt and everything. So I came up with my own. Again, Pootie Spice. Now this the shit you put on everything.
I love that.
I need one of those
No, I need it
got
first.
you one.
For sure.
because my seasoning game is terrible. I ain't-
Oh man, listen.
You
If
know
you
one in your
don't
life,
know
what?
how to cook,
What
You
you
know, women in
say?
your life, how you don't know how to season
I
stuff?
need a woman in my life.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all will hire a chef, or y'all, in which the chefs are good, and y'all will do all this stuff. But you need to learn by yourself too. Like as a man, you should know.
he said he can air fry real good.
I've been air frying like lately though. Like
You still have to season though.
yeah, I know, but like I need some.
Listen,
some
you
dope,
need the
dope
pootie.
seasoning.
If you don't know how to cook, this gonna make you feel you know how to cook. You don't have to put it on nothing. I had some of the greats that stamped my Pootie Spice. Terry Vaughn from Steve Harvey, Levita, Patricia Lovely from Hattie Mae from Boo 1 and Boo 2, right? I got some of the greats that's veterans who say, I don't use nothing else but Pootie Spice, and I ship it every month,
Wow.
a case at a time.
Yo,
I can tell this. I'm gonna tell y'all, I ate
You-
this food so quick.
I see. I see.
Gotta taste the bread pudding, so make sure you
Oh, let me try
That's a
something.
lot of food too, though. Yo, I so appreciate you. I so appreciate
No,
you.
man, this your girl, Chef Nedra, checking in. Y'all know where we at. Hey, listen, I'm going to say this before we get off. You know, I had prayed about meeting Keisha Nicole, right?
Hallelujah.
Oh my
Right?
God.
And hallelujah, won't he do?
Come
Preach.
on.
Listen.
Don't start with me because I will.
Listen, carry on.
A year and a half ago, I had my assistant reach out to her, right? I was getting ready to do my performance at Summer Jam, hook it up, cook it up,
Yeah.
right? And so I reached out because, you know, I'm trying to meet my girl, Keisha Nicole. She on the radio in the mountain. That's her,
Yeah.
right? And I had prayed about it, and I just never knew how it would happen. So when I reached out to you and asked you, hey, man, I'm one of the hottest chefs. I want to cook for you. I love your podcast. You hot, you swaggy. I just inspired you. You inspired me. And he called me back, and he was like, man, I got a couple people, but I got somebody in mind. I got Keisha Nicole. I said, oh, God, do it. Won't he do it? Hallelujah. And so, oh my God, God is so amazing, right? When you follow your path and you follow what God is having you to do, all sinners want to make it to heaven, right? Some people smoke, they smoke, drink, they drink. Them people still gonna make it to heaven, right? And so just to know that once you walk in your purpose and you live your truth and you just do what God tell you to do, everything will align. He didn't say it was going to be easy, but for sure it's a roller coaster. And you got to be willing to play the game. This is Monopoly.
Yep.
It's not chess. It's not checkers. You got to pass go, collect your $200, try not to get in jail, pay your tolls. What did you saying? Buy Boardwalk, Vermont, put some hotels on the motherfucker, right? You trying
Rob
to hook
Peter
it
to
up.
PayPal, whatever you like, everything.
Right,
Yeah.
and you know, I come from Detroit, and most people like where I'm from. What up, though?
Those my niggas.
Right. Most people where I'm from in the hood, like I could have been racketeering, scam artist, right? I'm down that road. I'm getting breeded.
Getting the money though.
They getting the money.
One thing people in Detroit gonna do is get money. They some
gonna
hustlers.
get that money.
Detroit people are
They
hustlers.
gonna get that money. And that was bred into me as a little girl. But God came and told me and spoke to me and said, if you stop doing what you're doing, I'll bless you more. I'm blessing you anyhow, but I'll bless you more. Baby, when I stopped doing racketeering, then God bless me. Then I didn't have to worry about going to self-checkout, not paying for my stuff and just putting it in and sneaking it in. God just, you know, I work for myself. I'm private chef, so just the grind is real.
Yeah.
And, you know, I make my own lane. I'm 6 figures. And
I'm proud of you.
to do
I'm
that.
definitely
proud
gotta give
of
you
you.
your flowers. Definitely gotta give you.
I'm
flowers.
proud of you.
Word up.
Yeah, I keep my head in my pocket. That's what keep you your money. That keep you your high-end clientele, your celebrities, people's and they want to be celebrities, all of that. Because everybody a celebrity in their own
That's a
right.
fact.
No tea, no shade.
That's a
but
fact.
they want somebody to come cook good food. I bring families back together. If people be divorces and I come sit down and cook,
Food will definitely bring people back together. though.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm really doing my purpose and my passion. And I just want to thank you all and give you guys your flowers. You know, our black community is looking at us and we really got to make a stamp because the stuff they see, and we young, we not that old. And the stuff we see on the internet,
That's not even
I'm
old.
not even going to say how old
That's
I
not even
am because
old.
I'm out here looking sexy. The food looking sexy. I'm looking sexy.
Hello.
The sexiness. Listen, during COVID, I saw Tyson Chandler working out right before they went to the bubble. And I'm looking outside doing all my glasses saying, damn, he
checking
look
him out?
good.
That's
Check
my
it,
guy,
check
too.
it. I'm his chef for
Not
6
lying.
years. But I'm
Are you serious? I grew up watching him because we were in the same division. Because he played.
went to Dominguez.
He went to Dominguez, and my high school was in the same division. So I was Long Beach, but we were the only Jordan was Long Beach Jordan. And my school, the basketball and track, we played against them, and we did track
I
against
think
them.
Tayshawn went there too.
Yeah, I remember growing up. I vividly remember growing up watching Tyson Chandler play.
listen, he the GOAT. And he fine. And I said, you know what?
And he fine.
And
Hello.
I be telling y'all, I don't want y'all. I want to keep my head in my pocket, but y'all looking good. You're smelling. I'm
Yeah.
the person they see before they go out to go get in the car to go down the tunnel. I bring my clients their food. So, you know, I get to see everything, the cologne put on, smelling good, looking good before you get out the house. And I said, you know what? I can't be standing next to them looking like boom, 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 boom. So I lost. He inspired me to lose and change my diet. I would cook for him gluten-free, all type of stuff. I would cook for Chris Paul when he was paleo. And I was like, I gotta change my diet because I'll go home and eat hot Cheetos and
Because it's convenient.
right, and I'm cooking them lobster, steak, crab. I said I got to do better. So I lost 100 pounds. Shout out.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's hard. That's so hard to do.
No surgery, no BBL. Now I still ain't got no butt. My
It's
shit's
okay.
still flat.
I don't either.
But I'm beating the hell out these pots
I
and
have a small
pans,
butt.
so you know everything gonna be everything. As long as I can cook, I'm gonna be awesome all my life. Ass, no ass. Boom.
I could dig that.
Oh my god.
Yo, y'all know
the
what it
food
is.
is great
The
though. by
food is
way.
wonderful.
Like you saw how fast I ate that food. It was so good.
Yo, we got to give you your flowers. Appreciate you coming by, man. We're going to see you again. We family now, so appreciate you, Chef Nedge, on the check-in. Appreciate you.
Congratulations, Chef Nedra. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it for sure. I'm gonna try it for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna try it afterwards.
Yo, that was dope.
That was so good.
That was, yo, you killed that food.
Listen, I love good food.
Can you cook?
Yes.
Say word.
But I can't, hold on. I only eat seafood because I'm a
Okay.
pescatarian, so I cook what I know how to eat, but it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
I ain't going to keep you that much longer. I got to ask you the question. This is a serious
No,
question. though.
seriously.
Seriously. Do you feel like you know your purpose in life now?
I think I've always known my purpose.
Okay.
And I know that's like, well, how did you know, or how did you? But I've always known that God has placed me and given me a platform to be different than what everybody else is doing. And people will spend their entire lives trying to be what other people are, or not being who they are. And I remember, and then this is a quick story. I remember when I was in LA, my boss said, "You sound too black." When I went to Kentucky, they said, "You sound too white."
Wow.
So if I would have changed myself every time somebody said I didn't sound like what I was supposed to sound like, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have no sound. I would have no identity. And there is a group of people, a core of people that appreciate a person like me and that I can speak directly to. God has put me in where I'm at. He has placed me where I'm at to speak to certain people. And I'll never forget, I lived in Kentucky, and I was like, I told my pastor, I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I was like, it's like this music, I don't even relate to it anymore. I don't live this lifestyle. And I said, it's just too dark. And he said, why would God place you where people are already saved? He needs light in a dark place. So you have to be that light in that dark place. The industry is dark. You see what's happening
People
right now.
love
It
you,
is
though.
wicked. You know what I mean? And so I've always known that I was that light. And to be able to be on a station where we do something called 5 Minutes of Positivity, where we play church music and a prayer every morning when people are on the way to work, and how many people have told me they were going through cancer or they were battling
People
so
love
many
you.
demons, and they're like, I would turn on, I would hear 5 Minutes of Positivity, and you help me get through whatever I'm going through. Why? Yeah, that's purpose. That's purpose.
I'll put you on the spot before we get you up out of here. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. It's called the Say Word session.
Gotcha.
You got to give me an honest answer. Being from Cali, first question is going to be Kendrick Lamar, The Game.
Kendrick Lamar. I spent a lot of time with Kendrick Lamar. Though. I was in the studio with him. Like, I'm on J-Rock from TDE's first album. Like, I did that while Kendrick was sitting right there. Kendrick's been in my house before. Like, Kendrick Lamar all day.
Next question is Corrupt or Daz.
Ooh.
Shout out to Corrupt. That's my guy. He know what it is.
I love them both, but I love me some Corrupt. What?
Yeah, Corrupt so nice.
Girls all pause.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
We can freak it with my joint.
We can freak it.
Freak if you want to. That's
Yeah,
my
that was our
joint.
skating song, so yeah.
Next question is Michael Jackson or Prince.
Ooh. And I've been around both of them before. I was in the same room as Michael Jackson, BET Awards 2003. I was young. Saw Prince one day on Melrose, and I just stopped and froze. And I was like, Prince? He's like, yeah, that's me. He was like going across the street. They both touched me. I love MJ. Like, I love MJ. I love his resilience. I love how so many things that people calls him, or the things he had to go through, and he still, and like, he had a message. I'm gonna go with MJ.
Oh, okay. Next question is Kanye or Dr. Dre.
Ooh, why you gonna do that to me?
I mean, we here.
But I might have to do Kanye. I love Dre.
Ooh.
I love Dre, but I had to do Kanye because
Okay.
of the age that I was and what his albums meant to me. I told
Okay.
you I dropped out of college because like, he got an album called, I did a college paper, a term on him. It was like a 20-page paper, and it was about, it was a controversial essay about dropping out, and I got an A on that paper.
Last question. This is a tough one. Beyonce or Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige.
That's what I'm talking about. This is what, yo, listen.
Mary J. Blige.
I ask this question all the time when I'm in Houston, and everyone says Beyonce. Why you pick Mary J over Beyonce?
Again, I pick who I can identify with, and I identify with the
Respect.
struggle.
Yeah.
And Mary went through a lot, and you know, when I listen to Mary, her music hits me a lot different. You know what I mean?
My life, share my world, all that.
Every single one.
Everything.
Her music, I could cry off a Mary song. Like, you could put on Not Gonna Cry and I could cry. I don't know that I've cried over a Beyonce song before. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love B.
They're going to be mad you picked Mary J.
No, I
over
love B. Don't
Beyonce.
get me wrong, but I don't die on that hill. Like, I'm not like a crazy, like, oh, Beyonce, I gotta be a fanatic. And I love her. I respect what she do. I met Beyonce, like, I love B, but Mary, I identify with most. Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Y'all know what it is. This Say World Podcast, the voice of Houston on the building.
Yeah.
Keisha Nicole, what's up? Anything else you want to say to the world?
Not really. I got a lot coming though.
You want to talk about it? You just want
I got a lot coming this next quarter.
Okay. So just tell everybody stay tuned.
That's it.
Everybody stay tuned. We up out of here. Subscribe, like, share. This Say World Podcast. You already know who I am. We up out of here.
The fastest growing podcast up in the world right now, you know. Say word. Only fans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's